So I'm tiny. That's just reality. That's not me being humble. That's just reality. And I'm part of something much bigger. How do I know that? Because I'm dependent on the whole. I'm not the center, I'm dependent. So in that honesty of seeing myself small, I'll stop walking around with my arrogant chip on my shoulder. And I start appreciating the world and what's around me and the source of everything. And instead of and when people are trying to, like, if people either take me down knowingly or unknowingly, I don't let that. That's not a hang up. I'm tiny. I'm not walking around with that ego, begging for their self-respect. I know my worth. My worth is from my birth. I'm a spiritual being. That's another one. Worth is from my birth. We're hitting all the bases today. My worth is from my birth. I'm a spiritual being, and my worth comes from my contribution, not from you thinking I got some cool frames. That's not where I'm going to get my worth from. You guys can also, hey, you got the coolest glasses, Raghu. Big deal. Big deal. If everyone here just thinks I'm cool and writes on the chat board, Raghu is cool, is that going to make me feel whole? Right. If there's one person that says, you're not cool, you're actually a jerk, that thing will haunt me and blow. If my happiness is dependent on everybody validating me, I'm setting myself up for failure.
And failure, you're setting yourself up just to be disturbed all the time and to not be happy. But beyond that, from the yogic point of view, you won't be able to practice yoga. You won't be able to fix the mind. It'll always be disturbed. Okay.
Exactly. So who or what do I want to tell me I'm okay? That's a good question. Who or what, or what community do I want to tell me I'm okay? Because that's what I'm looking. That's what validation is. I want somebody. You're good, Raghu. You go out. We need stellar people in our life, or we need this idea of higher power source. So you are okay. We need to be firmly fixed in understanding I'm spirit and I'm okay. I don't need outside sources to tell me I'm okay. I know I have to do spiritual work in this world. And that's sort of one of our, that's on my priority list. What is my spiritual offering in this world? That could be your full-time.
I love where you're going, Raghu, because it's just like what you're talking about right now to me is really like how I try to practice in my feeble attempts of becoming a true Bhakti-yogi. It has a lot to do with what you're saying right now. Not attaching my happiness or worth or validation to any external source. But you know what? We do want someone to recognize our sacrifice or our tolerance, whatever, but you know where that connects? To God within the heart, right? That we feel that there's always a witness, that my validation comes from my connection to that super soul, to that Paramatma within the heart. And in this way, no matter what I'm going through externally, I'm strengthening that connection to that connection to God within the heart. And when that becomes very strong and nothing external matters anymore, you become empowered, right? You can become an instrument, a spiritual instrument in this world. And that's our mission, right? Now we can actually be a force of positive change. It's not through becoming bitter. And even when we try to become an activist in this world, and I encourage that, but when we do it without that yogic side to it or without that spiritual side to it, we often just become bitter,
Become bitter at the world.
We become bitter at the world. And you never become a positive instrument. You actually create more negativity, even with the best intentions. So those great spiritual leaders out there, they had that ability to connect with God in the heart and to be not attached to anything external and really do amazing service in this world.
I know in my own life, because of teachers and peers like yourself, matter of fact, I do want to make sure I'm on track. I think that's important to check in with peers that you trust their integrity and teachers where you can say, am I off track here? Am I moving forward? What do you think of this? I'm going to do this. What's your opinion on this? And I don't want everybody's opinion. A matter of fact, you might be doing something that real stellar people in your life are like saying, yes, go forward with that. But the whole world might say, you're a total nut. That's okay. I want the opinion of very few people. I don't have to have the rest of the world's validation. I think we have to be firm in like that. I've got a mission and I'm doing important work. and let the world praise me
Yeah.
or despise me, but this is my offering.